My friends, welcome to my little workstation. Let's get busy. I want to explain a couple things about this Pocket Operator 33, the KO. I guess I take things, I do obviously take things for granted. I had a couple friends ask me, what the heck is that thing you're playing with? What is that? And I just took it for granted that most people know, because there are so many amazing people on YouTube, that I follow myself, that I really enjoy watching them. Let me see what we got here. I'll bring up something later. But the most thing that I want to share with you are just a couple of things that I've discovered. I don't see too many people talking about, and it's going to go into the aesthetics of the actual programming that goes into this thing. Teenage Engineering put a lot in this thing. This is the Pocket Operator, the 33. This is the KO. Okay, this is the sampler, four voice sampler in this little thing. Okay, I mean, come on, look, here's a lighter. Okay, lots of manufacturers out there making cases besides besides these guys that actually make the units. This is my little guy. I think he's in Kansas somewhere. He's called 3D Synth. Look him up on eBay or online. I don't know if he has a website. I've been buying these. I bought about 5 of these off of him. They're just 3D printed, and they're perfect for the way I like to play these. And what it does is just slides in. Okay, let's get it in there. And that's how it looks when it's in the case. This is the way I prefer to have it, because I like playing these little chiclet keys. Okay, I just like the feel of them. So, let's see if I can get anything up on here. So that's what I'm going to talk about next. I'm going to talk about the samples that I use to create my little groove box. I immediately took out all the samples and all the patterns. Okay, so you can create your own. All right, this is a Pocket Operator. It's a musical device, and please look up like The Real Cuckoo and oh my God, there's just so many. Red Means Recording. These guys are amazing. I love watching them. I think they're amazing. Free Beats. He's just getting into the game. There's a lot of great people out there talking about these. So that's why I guess I took it for granted. Because like when I get some friends asking me, what do you do? What is that thing? And now I've got a couple that just ordered some. These are cool. Now I'm getting the other one too. There's a new version of this, based on the retro video game Street Fighter. Yeah, I'm definitely got to have that one. Anyway, let me talk about this. So here's what I have. And if you would like this pack, this sample list, whatever I want to call it here, just email me and I'll email it or put it up on Google Drive or Dropbox or something so you can have it. But let me show these. So these are my samples. This thing I've got only 2 seconds left, and what I do is I back this up. You can back this series up, and you can't use anything like this. You can't use like a regular recorder, even though this records in stereo. This records in MP3, which is a compressed form, and this little thing does not like that. Okay, it's very, it's not a Commodore 64 data tape. Okay, so it's required, to get these patterns and everything and your samples back into this thing. This doesn't work. So, like if you have like a recorder, a handheld recorder, or a Tascam or something like that, what I use is my Boss, the BR80. I use it for, it's the 8-track. I use it for just putting down ideas. It's an amazing little thing. I love this thing. But it also doubles because it records and backs this up and restores, back up and restore these, all of these, even the Speak, which is a different animal, and I'm not going to talk about this one. I want to talk about the sampler, because this is the one that's the game changer for me. Okay, this is the first one I bought because I just thought, wow, for $90 I can have all these samples in here, right? I can sample what I want and have some fun with it. And after watching tons of videos and people having a blast with this, I want another one now. That's the Street Fighter. Anyway, a different story. Okay, so let's put this away. I just wanted to let you know that you can back these up. I'm trying to make this as concise and as quickly as possible because I haven't even gotten to the meat of what I want to talk about here. But first, let's go through the samples. These are my samples. I've got like a nice choir. The hierarchy of how this works, okay? So you got a sample in here, right? You click it, you choose from any of these samples, right? And then you play it. But here's the thing, okay? This is how smart this is, and this is what I want to get across because this could help somebody that may not know this yet. I don't know. I'm not being presumptuous or arrogant in any way. I'm just saying I haven't seen too many people talking about these little details, and I think they're fantastic. Which is what makes these so incredible to me. Okay, so the last note you play is the last note when you pick the sample back again. Is what it's going to play back. This one right here is the root. Whatever was sampled will be on this one right here. Okay, so if I pick this and then I hit this, that's the sound it'll remember. I hit this one, I hit that. See, I'm hitting them this one after I choose each one. Whoops. Now watch when I go to pick them, they'll all be not where they were from the beginning. And I sampled them all in C, okay? And how I sampled them, if I got time, I'll get to that. So there you have it. And then in here I have two different drum kits, all right, that fall across the whole 16. Okay, so you got that. Then on the bottom here, I put in actual rhythms, okay? And then I put the rhythms up here and trimmed them so they play, right? All right, those are a little low, but that's okay. So those, and then there's these two here. As you can see here, these two are not lit up, so those aren't used at all. And I've only got 2 seconds left, so I really can't sample anything else without crashing the operating system. So that's my samples. That's one pack that I like to use. This is my bass. I've got this little Rhodes piano. And again, you can retune these. You can tune every sound to what you want. And that's the next thing I want to talk about. Okay, so let's go into a blank pattern. I'm going to go into a blank pattern. We'll take this one right here. All right, and I'm going to just put in some shaker. Right? Let's take the swing off. So there you go. You just got the shaker, right? Let's put a little trill on this one. Now, I'm not going to explain all this because people out there, like I said, bread means record, and I know I'm missing so many because I'm excited about just talking about it, but there are so many people out there. Cuckoo, there's all these guys out there, all these young hipsters, I call you guys, okay? And I love you because I'm into electronic music long before you were born. So, you know, does that make me an expert? No, but I've been around the block. I love this stuff. I love the technology. I've been waiting 40 years to have so much power in the palm of my hand that I'm actually shooting a video on the thing that I actually use to make phone calls with. It's okay. I know I get so sidetracked. Okay, let me take a breather and then we'll start again. This is why I guess I took it for granted. If you do a search for pocket operator, okay, you can see what I'm talking about. Look at all these names, okay? Look at all these people, right? That are doing so many great things. So if you want to learn about how to operate these things, okay, then do that. But once you get to that point, okay, and learn the hierarchy of how the buttons work and all that wonderful stuff, you know what I'm saying? You will be able to. Now there's a bunch of guys on here to do tutorials on this stuff too. You'll just have to do your own search, okay? Okay, let's do like a quick recap of the very first thing I want to say. I talked about. Okay, let's just talk about that real quick. That anything that you sample, and anything that you called up as the sample, and anything that you played, the last note will be what you call it back as. That means when you edit it, or how whatever note you choose will be whatever it is when you call it back up. Okay, that's one thing that's critical of how the programming works in this thing for when we get to the next part. When we get, this is performance mode, when we get into editing. So let me show you a couple different programs that I wanted to demonstrate how I use these samples and drums in context. Okay, like if you don't have a lot of stuff and you just want to get one of these and put it on your desk, you know, or give it as a gift, these things are great. I would suggest going with this one, okay, if it's the very first one. The other ones are specific. They're designed for different applications. One's for bass, one's for this, one's for lead songs, one just chords. This is a sampler, folks. This is a 4-voice sampler in the palm of your hand. But then how do you get sounds into it? Here's how I do it, real quickly. I put together this little, I think this is a TCL, something like that. I bought it brand new for $12. And I use it, hold on, let's see, there we go. And I use a dozen. I have a dozen apps that I use, but so you want to capture some sounds, you make a sound and record it, and you know, just use another little cable, just plug it in, the output of this to the input of there, and watch your things, and then learn how to sample. Just that simple, okay? And that's how I did it. That's how I made those samples, you know. Just record 2 seconds of that. Mississippi to Mississippi. You got a nice little thing to play with. See what I'm saying? You need a drum pattern. Pick your tempo, blah, blah, blah. Whoops. Pick your tempo and then do it. For the count of 4. Have this playing and then do this like this. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then sample 2, 3, 4. Boom. Now you got what you need. So I just wanted to go over that a little bit because I think that's important, where you get these samples from. You can pick them up from anywhere. That's the fun part. You know what I mean? The lo-fi is to record music, pre-recorded music, and then see what you can discover within that by changing the parameters, the BPM, the filtering, and all. It's just a world of goodness out here, okay? Just to have fun with this, with audio. Now, this is what I want to talk about here. Okay, so all those sounds that are in there are originating from this sound. Now, if I change this sound, something noticeable like that, okay, here's the sound that I recorded in the sequence. You remembered that one. But here's the new sound. Now watch what I can do. I can do this here, and then I can take out parts, right? And replace them by just putting them back in with the sound I just changed, and now you'll hear the difference. You follow me? I think that's important that you know that how to use this in that context, because that's amazing, right? You see what I did? Let's recap, okay? This sound here, right? I can do it again. I can add a third sound. Let me change it again. Okay, let's go to the tone and change it there. So now it's real low compared to the 2 that have been recorded in the sequence, right? Now I'm going to take a couple out. I hit the edit. I'm going to take a couple out. I'm going to take out this whole first row, and now I'm going to put them back in with the new lower one. So there's 3 different sounds here. 1, 2, 3. That's cool as hell. You didn't even have to do anything. It remembers that part of it. Okay? Now I can come over to another, and that's only one voice out of the 4. So I'm going to come over here and choose this other drum kit. Whoops. And I'm just gonna, I can put that in, okay? I can put it in by going to the mic mode, right? I pick the bass. Nope, sorry. I want the bass sound, the drum, right? And I want to put that in. I'm just going to put in a straight beat just to make this tutorial easier. So I'm going to put it in there. So we got, right? And on the 2 and 4 of the beat of the measure pattern, I want a snare. So I'm going to put that right there and there. So that's just a straight beat, okay? Now, again, with the editing part of it, I showed you how we did with the, what do you call it, changing the actual sounds that, as opposed to the sounds that get recorded, and the sounds that are in the performance mode. As you change them, those are the new sounds that you can actually record with. And I'm on the hi-hat, so I can put it in the mix. I'm just going to keep it really simple like that, okay? We change the performance sounds. Let me take the Rhodes sound, okay? I can trim that up, I can change it. That's why I made these samples the way I did. So let me just go ahead. I'm going to show you like an application how I use this as my little groove box, okay? Because to me, this is, I mean, I'm into electronic music as well. I mean, I have an original circuit, I have an Uno Pro, I have an Electribe 2, I've got the whole series of these, the first series of these. Yeah, I'm into electronics music. So like I say, I'm not here. I couldn't even begin. All the amazing people, like I say, out there that contribute. And like I said, I learned how to work this thing by just watching videos before I even got it. You gotta say, you know what I mean? I gotta give credit where credit is due. You guys are amazing. I love you. Love YouTubers. Okay, so we talked about that. The next thing, I'm going to show you how I use it in application as a groove box. So now I'm going to take like a bass sound, right? And I'm going to play something in the key of A. So right now, this is everything that's on here that I sampled was in the key of C, okay? But now I can tune it because I want to actually do it in application. Let's show you how that works. All right, here's my trusty little acoustic guitar. So I'm going to tune this one to A, right? And I wish I could do this like that. Okay, but it's impossible to do it with the guitar. So we want to tune this to A. So now it's tuned to A, so I can play it. But so I tuned it up so that I could play down here a little better. Right? Let's actually slow this down so you can hear how I'm doing it. Right? Right? No, I like that one better. And I'm going to go bring it up in the mix a little bit. Okay? I don't even know if it's in focus still. Sorry about that, guys. You know, we're not dealing with professional audio video equipment here. Okay, so so we got that, right? So I'm just going to play it in live in real time to make it quicker. I just want to play something in A minor, just some very simple A, just an interval, A minor F, okay? That's it. So that's the notes I want right there. So let me see if I can just put them in real time. All right. The first one I want, whoops. So I pick the note first before I go into edit mode. I pick the note I want. That's the note I want. Go into edit mode. I want it to start on 1. Right? Now I can play the other ones in by hand. Take it off of edit and go to performance mode. See, and I'll just add that one. I haven't added it yet. So now it's recorded. So it's something as easy as that, right? Now, I'm not going to turn around to play the guitar. I'm just going to show you what that sounds like with the guitar. See how easy that is as a groove button? Now let me pick something else here. I'll show you why I take this line. So as I'm jamming, right, it sounds so good. I just have so much fun with this like that. So I can just jam around, and I can really get into some really complicated stuff here, but I just try to keep it simple. You know, this is just 2-chord interval. You know what I mean? Instead of playing like some multiple chord. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to keep it simple because I'm a jazz guitarist. I like jazz, but I'm a rock guitar. I grew up in playing in the 3-piece rock and roll band. You know what I mean? I've been blowing. Anyway, I'm just going to show you this little jam, and then I'm going to end it as we do the recap over top of it. Okay? Thanks for watching, guys. I hope I've actually created some kind of solution or some kind of insight to some of the wonderful things this thing can do. You know what I mean? Anyway, this is the Pocket Operator KO, the Pocket Operator 33 and the 133. I'll be getting that one shortly. These are so much fun. So, like I said at the very beginning of this, I guess I took a lot for granted that people knew what these were, and I hope that you go look online because there's so many wonderful. You know, there's Rick Tins. There's just so many people, and I don't want to start dropping names because I cannot cover all the wonderful people that are doing and showing how these things work. Okay? Ciao.